Coach, based on the way you've been practicing during the summer, I kind of expected the offense to be run a little bit faster. I don't know what your expectation was in that respect.
Yeah, I mean, I thought for the first game, 83 points, 84, I guess. I mean, we'll take that. You know, I thought the first half we were a little bit discombobulated. They did a good job pressure defensively. They have two quick guards in number 1, Primo Spears, and number 4, the kid from South Alabama. Those two smaller guards did a good job pressuring us. But 84 points and you know, shooting 55% from the field is you know, I didn't expect us to play flawless basketball. We turned the ball over way too much in the first half. But that's okay. Like, that's what this game is for, is to try to figure some things out and how we can improve.
Mus, what did you just kind of find or learn more was cemented more tonight about this team's identity that you've kind of tried to build throughout, you know, summer, fall?
You know, I think one, it's hard to lead for an entire game. Because a game is, you know, a game of runs. There's usually 3 runs in every game, whether it's an NBA game or a college game. And if you can control 2 of the 3 runs, they had that one run where they hit a couple threes. It was like the last 3 minutes of the first half when we had the double-digit lead, and then all of a sudden it got cut back to 4. I mean, we learned a lot. You know, like, I mean, St. Thomas is playing all over the floor for us. He's, you know, when he was in the game, we were really good. I mean, we, you know, plus 34 in 20 minutes. I've never seen a plus minus like that in my life. Cohen was plus 34 in his 20 minutes. Then the ball kind of moved a little bit better when Josh was in the game because he likes to do DHOs. And but we got a lot of work to do. There's no question. Guys were playing positions maybe that they didn't know they were going to. When you're playing against yourself and you had 2 groups of 5 out on the floor, it's a little bit different than 13 guys. And I consciously wanted to play all 13 in the first half. That's super hard to do. But I felt, like last year in our exhibition game, especially against Purdue, I didn't get enough guys in. I wanted everybody to, that suited up to kind of get in the flow, and we learned some things like Matt Nolan's super important. You got to really understand basketball to see how he can contribute with his passing. I think he had 5 assists, and the way he leads us in rebounds tonight. So super undersized, but one of our best defenders too.
Saint seemed really comfortable just in that go-to scoring role. Has that kind of been the case really from the jump with this team, or is that something he's kind of evolved into?
No, I think like when we got the commitment, we felt like he was going to have to carry a load. And I mean, the thing that to me that's most impressive about St. Thomas is he only took 8 shots, and super effective in late shot clock. And he can rebound the ball, he can pass the ball, he can dribble the ball. I mean, he's got a really bright future ahead of him. I have not coached many guys. I guess Anthony Black and Cody Martin and Caleb could kind of play 4 positions, but Saint literally played 5 positions for us. Other than Cody Martin, I haven't had anybody be able to do that. And then there's some guys like Buzo and Terrence Williams that they'll get more shot attempts, and I think we'll see their roles evolve more than we did tonight, more than we saw tonight. I thought Shelley did a good job in his minutes too. I thought he played his minutes, which as a player, the only thing you can control is contributing and doing the right things in the given minutes that the staff gives you. And I thought Jalen took advantage of his opportunities as well for a young player.
It looked like Saint was kind of a little bit of an emotional barometer at times tonight too. What have you learned as a coach about how to get that out of him, how to get a performance like tonight and that emotion like tonight consistently out of him?
Yeah, I mean, he is an emotional player. It's probably why we connect. In the locker room pregame, he was probably our most vocal guy prior to the game. which I like. I mean, I don't, we don't really want a quiet locker room before. I mean, I think that, he's going to have to lead us in a lot of areas, and he's just a guy that loves to play. Like his practices are incredible, the effort that he puts forth in practice, and then you want to see a player have that carry over in a game, and certainly that was the case.
How would you assess? Yeah.
What's that?
How did you assess the point guard play tonight? How would you assess it?
I would assess it as being adequate. Having said that, we really didn't, when this team was put together, we didn't have a true traditional point guard. And the teams that we've had that have been good have not had true traditional point guards. So you live with some things that maybe don't always look cosmetically pleasing, but you hope that with length, you defensive rebound. You hope with length, you can guard the three ball better. So Cody Martin was never a point guard and did a great job. And Anthony Black, a lot of people thought he was going to play small forward, and he ended up playing point the whole. So Desmond's been a great scorer his whole career. And so, we're going to continue to work with him and talk about point guard play. And Saint's probably never been a point guard like we're going to use him, where he's kind of Shelley's played a lot of point guard for us behind closed doors. So, Clark was a off guard the entire time last year at Penn. So it's going to look funky at times, I guess.
Coach, do you feel like, so early, but do you feel like you have a 9-man rotation or if Big Ten play started tomorrow, you could rely on 9 guys?
Yeah, I just told the team, Trey Wade was getting DNPs at Arkansas, and he just kept working. His attitude was incredible. And then all of a sudden I'm asking him to go guard Chet Holmgren when we're playing Gonzaga to try to get to an Elite Eight. So he went from DNPs to then guarding a lottery pick, and was assigned to him every second that he was on the floor. So roles evolve. I told the team just now, I have no idea what our rotation is going to look like in 2 months. They're going to determine it based on productivity. Jalen Williams never started a game his freshman year, and he started his first game. I think it was our second NCAA game. We beat Colgate. He came off the bench. The next game against Texas Tech, we started him. So we were still changing even after winning an NCAA game. And so I think our job is, we're all new. We're trying to learn each other. We're trying to evolve. What it looked like tonight, rotation could completely change. We've got a couple young guys. How much do they grow over the next month? We don't know. But we want to keep tinkering. We want to keep evolving. We want to keep trying to figure out which guy can kind of play his way. And we're going to game plan based on who we play. So everyone's got their own philosophy. We don't just do what we do. We try to, whatever we did tonight, not that the results will be, even close, but when we play Gonzaga, we got to try to figure out and guard people a little bit different, play the post a little bit different, and they run high lows, and they're great passing, big. So there's a lot of stuff we got to change up going into even another exhibition game.
Let's do one more.
Most you're first.
I don't have anywhere to go. I mean, my daughter's asleep. We can keep talking. And my wife's not going to watch Power with me
Let's do
tonight.
two.
So.
Let's do 2 more.
Well, I'll throw this at you. First taste of the Galen Center. Obviously, it's an exhibition. Still a lot of seats. Empty. You've built programs. You've built a lot of energy around programs over your time. What's the strategy? What have you learned about trying to put fans in those seats?
Yeah, I mean, to us, this game was scheduled super late. I went to work today, and my wife said, "You guys play today?" Because it wasn't scheduled well in advance. And that's on us. We wanted to try to find the right opponent that had some veterans. We're super thankful that UTSA made the trip here. We did not want to play a Division II school. That was well thought out on our part. We wanted to play a Division I school. And as far as promoting the game, this was not, I never went to any fraternities, and we didn't, we're going to have to start doing stuff though. And we will. And, I don't know when it'll happen, but Galen will be you know, hopefully, you know, in due time, we'll be sold out and be rocking. That's, you know, we did it in Rapid City Thrillers way back and had standing room only crowds, and you know, we got to market. You know, well, I have to market, our staff has to market, our players have to market. So tonight I thought it was actually better than what I thought, to be honest with you. I really did. And volleyball had a great crowd the other night. They're playing well, they're winning, people want to watch them, they play super hard. So football crowd was great the other day. So like, they'll be there if we kind of do our part. So and then we gotta get creative, and we can't just expect people to show. Like, you gotta connect with the campus, you gotta connect with the community. It's not gonna happen, you know, first time we play. So we'll see how it rolls out in a couple months.
Excuse me, I don't think, Rashawn Agee played in the second half. Was there some thought process to that?
You know, I think productivity in the first half was not, you know, was not what we needed. So, but he's a guy that was in the starting unit 4 days ago and had been in the starting unit for, I don't know, probably a month and a half. And then we had not a closed door because a lot of you guys were there, but we had a scrimmage, and Josh Cohen played really well. And so he got the start, and you know, it's productivity. We're not like, you know, if I would have played it more, then somebody would say, why Josh only played 14 minutes? Because he was plus 34. Josh's parents are probably wondering why we didn't play him more. He's plus 34 and only played 20 minutes.
Thank you, Coach Musselman.
Yeah, thanks.
Thank you.
Appreciate you guys coming.